Alright, funny react to Richard Mary, the rapper who broke TikTok's algorithm. You know what's crazy? I didn't even get to know him from TikTok. I knew him from Alright. Damn, what the fuck did I come across him? You know what's crazy? Oh no, I think I was listening to music. I was on YouTube Music and I saw the Poppin' song he did with Tekka. And I listened to it. I was like, not bad. But more of his shit started playing. I was like, yo, I was fucking with him. No, I remember now. No, I think I was on YouTube or YouTube Music, and I remember looking and seeing him. I was like, bro, I fuck with that nigga hair. That nigga hair look fire, bro. And I started listening to it. Recently, though. This is
Richard
recently.
Amiri figured out the TikTok algorithm
I
at
started fucking with
17
him.
years old to basically guarantee he would go
That nigga
viral.
is
He went
tall.
from recording on the GarageBand app with Apple headphones to faking streams to being in the internet money studio with no idea what he was doing to having songs with Summers and SSG Kobe, all before he turned 19. Rich Amiri's story is absurd, but you're welcome because we're going to cover it all today. This is the Rich Amiri story.
Left me in the past, you did me bad, but I ain't mad at you. I can't have you hurt my soul.
Richard Mary is good. I fuck with him. And I just started listening to Midwest too.
Rich Amiri was born in Boston, Massachusetts. It's really odd. I've watched a ton of Rich Amiri interviews researching this video, and he doesn't really rep Boston super hard. I mean, yeah, he says he wants to put on for the scene there, but he never brings it up. And he says Boston had no impact on him or his music growing up. I don't know, it's just an odd thing to say. Amiri played basketball growing up. He said he played point guard, and this is absurd. He's 6'4". There's no reason a 6'4" point guard is not playing college ball right now. If I had a fraction of his height. He's been making music his whole life. As a kid, Amiri would download Speaker Knockers songs and write verses to them, and people would say how hard that is. Speaker Knockers was a massive inspiration in his life and to his music later on, which we'll get into. Fast forwarding to sophomore year of high school, Rich Amiri was heavily interested into NLE Chopper and NBA Youngboy's music. They inspired him to make his first song by himself. So he said F it, downloaded the GarageBand app on his iPhone, grabbed some Apple earphones and began recording.
And Young Boy.
I'm assuming his first song was some bullshit because he wanted to create some aggressive stuff like Chopper and Young Boy. The song was called Me for Me. It was never released though, as he just made it to show his friends. He obviously wasn't taking music that.
Can we find it though? Gotta be. Obviously, it gotta be. Richard Mary. Imagine we just found it. Can we find it though? Damn, imagine though. Imagine.
That seriously. Then in 2019, Lil Tecca
bro.
had his famous run dropping We Love You Tecca. This would serve as major. 19, Lil Tecca had his famous run dropping We Love You Tecca. This would serve as.
I don't know why niggas hate on Lil Tecca, but I fuck with him. Like I never hated on nothing. Even though when he had that little thing he got with Uzi. I still fuck with him though. Like I don't know. I still don't know why.
Major inspiration for Rich Amiri. He loved Tecca so much that he would DM him every day. Cringe until he gave up because he realized that he would never respond.
Bro, I used to DM Tecca every day. Like DMing Tecca until he replies day one. I think I made it like a week or something.
This paired with his love for the late Speaker Knockers inspired Rich Amiri to completely change his sound to a more melodic singing sound. If I had to describe it, I would say it's like a mix of Lil Yachty and Giveon. Just like a young, I guess, unpolished version of those two, which again is fucking extremely unique.
Now he got a song with Lil Tecca, bro. It's crazy.
Amiri would start his career struggling as he would finally release his first song on streaming services in December 2019. This song was called Doo-Wop, and it's only on Spotify as it's been taken down from SoundCloud. It's a decent song for sure. It kind of sounds like if Yachty took a lot of drugs and then hopped on a mic. You can tell that the talent is there. You can hear it in his voice.
Is it copyrighted?
But the mixing makes everything sound super drowned out. It's a decent start though. The song currently has 18,000 plays on Spotify, so it didn't really perform very well. The first song that hasn't been taken down from Rich Amiri's SoundCloud was Decide. It's very similar to Doo-Wop, just like slightly more, I want to say like psychedelic. This song didn't perform well at all either. But the thing about Rich Amiri, you need to learn
25K
that this kid is
good
smart.
though.
Even if things
like 25K is good. If you're just starting out, it seems good to me. No, I'm not a fucking rapper or anything like that. But it seems good. Like 25K, you just started out. Like
to going down the shit up. He's gonna find a way.
It seems good to me.
So what he started doing was just replaying his own shit on SoundCloud. He would just leave his song playing while he'd go do something else. He said he did this to get over 40,000 streams on his song. Apparently, it got to a point where his own area became his second biggest area in terms of his listeners. That's fucking crazy. I gotta respect the hustle though, you know. Rich Amiri's next song saw him improve a ton. Dropping in September 2020, called Hunters. The mixing and production is a lot better. You can see his vocals were starting to improve as they were getting way more polished. The improvement plus a strategy Rich Amiri started implementing, which we'll talk about in a sec, saw his first big win with the song at 100,000 implementing, which we'll talk about in.
I fuck with that nigga's pants, bro. What type of shit is that? Palm Angels? No, it's not Palm Angels. I ain't gonna lie. I'm chatting, bro. What the fuck type of pants are those?
A sec. Saw his first big win with the song at 100,000 plays on SoundCloud. Amiri would figure out a strategy.
What song?
Started implementing, which was polished. The improvement plus a strategy Rich Amiri started implementing, which we'll talk about in a sec, saw his first big win with the song at 100,000 plays on SoundCloud.
What song?
Amiri would figure out a strategy that would change his career. Basically, it's pretty simple. Rich Amiri would buy a ton of reposts for a single song to just make it blow the fuck up. The biggest artist he bought a repost from was Summers. He also bought reposts from Can, Kobe, and just pretty much all the artists in the underground that were hot at that point in time. The song he wanted to blow up from all these reposts was his song Relocate. And oh my god, did it bloody work. The song dropped in February 2020.
Oh, I didn't even say it was ass. I was gonna say that.
Buying all these reposts. I really want to know where this cunt worked, because what kind of 16 or 17-year-old is affording that kind of shit? I was making tops $100 a week, and that was going straight to VC. The song itself was quite good too. As we mentioned, Amiri spent time on perfecting his voice, and it definitely showed on this song. His melodies were good on this song. All in all, it was his biggest song at the time, reaching 300,000 plays on SoundCloud. Rich Amiri's career would then take a huge turn after he discovered the power of TikTok. Amiri would start promoting all his songs on TikTok in the hopes of blowing up his career. Here's how it went. I don't know much on this, but according to Amiri, he began promoting the song Hunters 3. According to him though, it went south and he had to take down the video. I'm not too sure what happened, you can tell me in the comments, because this song is really fucking good. His vocals are beautiful on this song, and it complements the beat quite nicely. The TikTok promo did something at least.
What type of hoodie is that? Why is the fucking zipper slanted?
Amiri kept trying to crack the TikTok algorithm to blow up his music. Then finally, on December 2nd, 2021, he finally did. Amiri dropped his song Walk In. He went to fucking work trying to promote this song. The TikToks he was posting for this song started to gain traction and ultimately would snowball to the point where the song hit 3 million views and would change his life forever. The song itself is super catchy and pretty much perfectly geared for TikTok. He keeps it pretty simple vocally, just to keep the hook as mainstream and as catchy as possible, which helped it blow up. Off the back of Walk In being a huge success, the group Internet Money would start to take notice of Amiri and what he was achieving. They flew him out to the Internet Money studio in LA, and what they were going to create was going to blow Rich Amiri up.
Internet Money is
When Amiri got to the studio, they began working on his EP Chase. Amiri took charge when they were creating this EP. He was the most vocal person in the Internet Money studio at that time, telling the engineer exactly what he wanted. But it turned out pretty shitty because Amiri realized he had no clue what he was doing. It was the first time he ever worked with an engineer, so he had no idea what to ask the cunt. To be honest, if I was the engineer, I would have slapped him. But because of this, he had to go back through the entire EP to revise every song to fix the mistakes he made. So after this massive week of Rich Amiri finally being in a legit studio, how did this EP turn out?
Chase? From the songs that I've heard from Chase, I haven't seen like all of it. I've probably heard 1, 2, 3 plus songs. I feel like it's good.
The single off the project was called Never Fail, which dropped in February 26, 2020. Amiri did what he did best and went straight to business, promoting the fuck out of the song on TikTok. At this point, it was a well-oiled machine. Amiri knew exactly what he needed to do to blow up this song, and that's exactly what he did, with a little extra push from internet money, which we'll get into later. The song itself was probably the best he released so far. The mixing for the first time in his career was perfect, and this is where Amiri started to unlock his Giveon sound, which allowed him to just float over the tune. So because of all this, it was way easier for him to blow up this song than any of his others. This song reached 3 million on SoundCloud and 1 million on Spotify. The EP itself was great. It was clearly well produced and a major step up from what he had already out. It had his first big feature with SSG Kobe, someone he used to buy reposts from, so that was a massive full circle moment. The song was called Focus. They both complement each other really well. With Kobe having that high pitched voice and Amiri's is a lot lower, it just works. Another highlight from this EP was Later. Honestly, bro, the piano in that song is amazing, and Amiri does great over it. Those fucking piano beats, man. Off the back of the Chase EP, Amiri would start getting some massive features on the song. Havoc would drop in April 2022 and would have a feature from Slump Sixes. I'm guessing Internet Money has 22 and would have a feature from Slump.
That's what Slump Sixes look like.
Sixes. I'm guessing Internet Money has something to do with that. Who knows? But this song is fucking sick. Shit makes me want to slap a cunt, and I'm 5'9". We see some real versatility from Amiri. Instead of singing majestically, he sounds like he's about to do a drive-by. Sixes does what he does too. The song again went viral on TikTok, being a main reason it has 1.9 million plays on Spotify right now. Amiri dropped another song on the same day with Jace. It was a decent song, catchy. Amiri rapped more on this track. Jace goes hard on it too. The song did amazing, reaching 1 million plays on Spotify. Rich Amiri would get signed to Internet Money. They would be, and are continuing to be, a massive reason for the success of his career. They are investing a lot into this kid and getting him massive features, which we're about to see on his next album, and a ton of promotions and music videos. This all could allow Rich Amiri to become the next superstar of the underground, which we'll talk about soon. Amiri would go on to have some huge singles, True Colors and Whole Lotta. But it wasn't until his feature-loaded album where we would really see his career get taken to the next level. On June 17, 2020, Rich Amiri would drop For the Better. This album had some massive players in the underground. SSG Kobe again, Summers, Desire, and Jades. Highlights from this album would definitely be the Kobe song Selfish. Again, they both complement each other so well. The Plug and B beat is fucking sick too. The song is at 400,000 plays.
What is a Plug and B beat?
Bounty was a single off this project. Extremely.
Only Plug and B shit I've seen was it was Uzi. It was Lil Uzi's word.
What is a Plug and B beat?
Like, something. That's the only one that I remember. I thought he was just like a plug channel for, you know what I'm saying, or a beat channel for rappers.
He fucking catchy. Probably a reason why it did so well on TikTok. It seems like Amiri knows the catchier songs always do a lot better on TikTok. The song now is at 800,000 plays on Spotify. Off the back of this album, Amiri would go on to have a huge
probably one of the
pushing him to stardom in the underground.
It's definitely my favorite song, man. Actually.
Bounty is good.
Feelings is a good song though too.
Another huge single that blew up on TikTok dropped in July 2022. The song is called Ruthless. Honestly, probably one of my favorite songs from him. We see more versatility with the rage beat. I don't know, this could be me, but I really think his voice suits that like aggressive style. The
but I still think Can't Die
just works.
My favorite song by him.
But this song became one of his biggest, reaching 1 million plays on Spotify. Amiri backed that rage song up with another one called Trouble. This was fucked too. I'm telling you, his voice suits rage beats. Kind of crazy that you can go from singing over piano to rage beats. It's bloody impressive. The song had slightly less of a push on TikTok and other places, but still did really well, reaching 700,000 plays. Then Rich Amiri would drop 2 more singles. They will both reach over 1 million plays on Spotify, called Can't Die and Dirty Money. 2 of his more mainstream, algorithmic style kind of songs. I want to say Can't Die is better. Both songs also have a massive label push behind them. Both of them having some heavily produced music videos behind them. At this point, it's guaranteed Amiri hits 1 mil plays every time he drops a song. Well, we're caught up.
He doesn't talk about
Rich Amiri's trajectory is crazy right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him on some songs with some real mainstream artists this year. He's already got a song with like Lil Tecca coming out. That probably dropped by the time this is out because I'm a bit of a lazy whatever. We're on the road to 10k as I said, so subscribe. I just got monetized too, so fucking click the ads. Fuck it. What's the worst that can happen?
Yo, I can't wait till I get monetized because I'm finna go crazy, bro.
See ya.
Whenever that happens, bro. Bro. I fuck with Rich Amiri, bro. Even though I just got into him, I've been listening to him a lot. Like, when I first get into someone's music,
I fuck with Rich Amiri.
and then you know what I'm saying, like I don't know how to. When I first get into someone's music, I usually play these songs a lot. Like I be having that shit on repeat. Like,
and then, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know why. I don't usually go out and just start to, you know what I'm saying, find new artists. I don't even know how to do that, to be honest. The best way I got for that is YouTube Music, cause like I can listen to one song, and after that song is over, we don't replay. It plays like recommended songs. It's not, you know, it's damn. It's usually rappers I know, but like it mixes in rappers I don't know. It mixes in, you know, a variety. You feel me? That's why I fuck with YouTube Music more than Spotify. Spotify don't really do that in a way that I like, but YouTube Music, stay beyond that, bro. I feel like YouTube Music trying to change that future. I fully fuck with it. But Rich Amiri, probably my favorite underground artist right now. Other than Lucky, is he? He's definitely underground. You better. Is Lucky underground anymore? Is Lucky still underground or not? I need to know.
Other than Lucky,
well, Rich Amiri, favorite underground artist right now, and Midwest too. They both fire. I need to hear more out of them.
is Lucky still underground?